There is a baboon there, but it's in very bad state.
Oh, very bad.
Yeah.
Is it a small one or a big one?
No, it's a big one.
It's a big one. Okay, just come on,
Yeah.
Billy. Let's just see what it looks
Let's have
like.
a look.
Baboons are the largest species of monkey in Malawi.
Ooh. Ooh. Lady.
But this 5-year-old female is much smaller than Amanda expected.
Oh yeah, it is skinny. It is skinny.
Poor lady.
Her owners have agreed to give her up, but she's so thin she can't be released into the wild immediately.
Let's get the catch cage. I think what we might be able to do is to just hold the door open with a rope, put the banana in, and let her come in. I don't think we'll have much of a problem with her.
Amanda's going to take the baboon back to the Wildlife Centre. The carry cage will keep her safe on the journey.
Can you get a banana out of that bag? Come on, kid. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
The baboon is friendly.
I know. This way. This way. Oh.
But for some reason, she's not taking the banana.
There's something wrong with her. She's not doing things right.
Oh, he has not seen it. She's not able to see it. The food is there.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with the animal's eyesight.
Here.
Amanda's only option is to push her into the cage.
All right, cool. Now, do we have scissors? Do we have these scissors anywhere? Ah, there you go. Very nice, very nice.
Now they can get her onto their truck. Amanda wants her team at the centre to be prepared.
Hey, this lady, Baboon, is not well. She's super, super weak. She won't be able to climb anything. She also can't find her food very easily. She needs a small space.
With appropriate care, hopefully a new life beckons for this baboon.
Here in Malawi, what's been interesting is that now people are becoming interested in animals' welfare. This baboon was suffering. So now we're gonna make sure that she has proper nutrition, and hopefully she'll find a group of baboons that she can be friends with and live the rest of her life with.
At the Wildlife Centre, the baboon Amanda brought from Nchewu is getting used to her new surroundings. But head of animal care, Tori, is worried.
Every time we look at her, we just see something else. You first look at her and you see that chain mark around her middle, and then you watch her for a bit longer and you realise how hungry and how desperate she is for food. You watch her for a little bit longer and you notice that she can't see anything. Now she's in a better place and we can start to do things for her, but this is an intelligent, sentient being who spent so much of her life, you know, probably being very scared and very confused and just hungry.
Tori wants a full medical examination to find out what treatment the baboon needs. Vet Charlotte is relying on Gabby and Mandy to keep her still while she injects an anaesthetic. Charlotte's got to get the dose just right.
So it's 11:57? Yep. And then, yep. So let go, Gabby.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. This exam is something that we can't avoid. We need to get a good look at her eyes, at her teeth, at her skin, and see what's going on to see where we can start to help her. But unfortunately, she is so weak that anaesthesia carries a much higher risk than it does in other cases. So this is not something that we really want to have to do, but there's no way around it.
I've probably dosed her a little bit light,
but I'd rather she was dosed light because I don't trust that her liver can metabolize the drugs.
She's asleep.
Yep. Great.
Thanks,
you,
Gabby.
Now they can get her to the clinic and find out exactly what's wrong with her.
She is so skinny. Okay, what I would like to prioritise with her is a eye exam. So if you guys don't mind, if you can get a temperature. Mandy, could you do heart rates for me, please, throughout? Any changes at all, just let me know.
So Alza, do you want to write down that she has an old, a healed fracture in the top of her tail?
She's got a marked cataract in her left eye, and in her right eye, she's got a generalised kind of cloudy appearance.
This baboon is almost completely blind, and her body condition is very poor.
I can feel every organ in her abdomen because there is so little fat. I can feel her liver, spleen, kidneys, everything.
This particular case is just, it's too much, hey? This baboon is in a very, very bad state. She's incredibly thin. She's got all sorts of problems related to malnutrition. These are the cases that keep me up at night. These are the animals that you lie awake at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about. And, you know, at the moment it's wet season and every time it rains, all you have in the back of your head is she warm enough? Is she frightened because she can't see what's going on? She can only hear the rain on the tin roof. These are the ones that make the job really, really difficult sometimes.
Right, I'm ready to reverse her. She's had enough time since her last injections.
Table or box?
I think let's get her in the box.
I think get her in the box.
You take that corner and that corner. Yeah. This baboon currently doesn't have a name. With these difficult cases, sometimes it's better to kind of build up a little bit of an emotional barrier for ourselves. For now, until we're sure that she's going to survive, we'll probably just call her Baboon.
I think the big thing for her will be coming up with a nutritional plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a medical and a behavioural assessment. I think we need to probably write up a quality of life for her so that we have some kind of guidelines to what we're working with.
And before even that, she's got to wake up.
Yeah. That's it, good girl.
Baba.
Oh, Baba, I'm sorry. All right, madam.
Oh, no, sweet pea.
Good girl.
The newly rescued baboon finally has a name. Boudica, and she's been making progress. Her coat is looking healthier, and she's put on weight.
Hi, sweets.
Charlotte has prescribed a diet rich in essential vitamins in the hope that will improve her eyesight.
The diet adjustment that Boudica has gone through has been quite extreme. We were always a little bit concerned that she hadn't had enough vitamin A in her diet, and it's vitamin A that can affect her vision. What we've aimed to do is increase that both through the supplements, but also through her natural diet, including more mango and carrots and sweet potato. Oh no, don't get distracted.
Today, Charlotte wants to see if there's been any improvement. She's checking whether Boudica can see well enough to follow some of her favourite foods.
That's fantastic. The way that she's tracking it with her eyes there is excellent. Good girl. I'm happy that we're seeing some progress with her. Her vision is definitely better than it was when she first arrived. I wouldn't expect to see any huge changes from here, but I think from this point onwards, it's a case of continuing with the supplementation, and then if her vision doesn't decline, seeing how she gets on in the presence of other baboons.
Most of the animals at the Wildlife Centre are in rehabilitation. The aim is to get them back out to the wild if at all possible. But Boudica's poor eyesight means she wouldn't survive in the wild. The centre will be her forever home.
Hi, Boudica. How are you?
Head of Animal Care, Tori, is determined to make Boudica's life here as happy as she can.
Boudica's outgrown this space that she's been in. It was a great space for her first coming into the centre, a good space for her to settle. Now it's time to give her some more space. That means in the future, we'll be able to do an integration and hopefully get her a buddy. This is the first step for her kind of long-term plan, so we're very excited.
I'm here.
You're here? All right, let's go. She can hear you.
Boudica. Boudica. Hello.
Good girl.
The first thing is to get Boudica out of her current enclosure.
Boudica can't see, so we can't use the trap cage like we normally would by setting it with a banana, because she's not going to find it. So what we have to do today is get a little bit creative. So we've called her into the other side of the slide that she's used to walking through, and hopefully she will think she's just coming through the slide and will step into the trap cage for us. Boo! Good girl, come on. Good girl, come on. Good girl. Boudica's a little bit confused. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but where she's going is the best place for her. So if we can get her through the next, 5 minutes, she's going to be super fine once we get to her new home. Cool, let's go, guys. She's got the apple in her mouth now. I'm nervous, but I'm not going to lose my food.
Boudica's new home is on the far side of the centre.
Now the cage is in place, she's ready to come out. So we're going to open this slide. Alza is outside, who's going to call her and just kind of reassure her and hope she comes through. So we'll see what she chooses to do.
Boudica. Boudica. Hello.
So that's it, Alza, keep talking to her.
Hello. Yes, this is your new home.
Boudica's new home is small enough that she can find her way around, even with her poor eyesight, but big enough to give her a sense of freedom.
Next step for Boudica is to give her a little bit of time to get to know this whole building. Once we feel like she's really 100% settled here, we're going to start looking for a friend for her.
When I first saw Boudica and she was tied to that piece of metal, you're like, this animal has suffered, but then also, this is a fighter. Medically speaking, she's not 100%, but you know what? She's getting more comfortable, confident every single day. So even if she can't be released into the wild, she can have a pretty nice life.
Hey Love Nature fans, be sure to like and subscribe to catch all our wild animal stories. Get closer to nature right here on YouTube.